Hey, this your girl Ashley. I'm back with another video and it's story time. So, before we jump into this story time, this is not a story to bash anyone to not get hired again. The whole purpose of this video is to educate people on why you should listen to them red signs while working jobs. So, let me tell you guys why I got fired 2 years ago. So, yeah. It all started like this. It was 2000 and it was one of them. What year is it? 24. Ooh, I almost said 2024. 2022. Yeah, it was 2022, and I just wanted to get away from Kroger's. Kroger's was over here acting terrible, so I applied to be a receptionist for a law firm, and I got the interview, and let me just tell you about red flag number one. Baby, first of all, I didn't even think that I was going to get the job because of the interview, how it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice, but I'm shy and I'm nervous, so it's like, okay, you know. But then she had, like, the owner of the law firm, she had an attitude, or she was feeling some type of way because I didn't really answer the phone in a timely manner to get to the interview process. And I was thinking to myself, you know what I'm saying? You would think if I would answer the phone and you knew I had another job, that would mean like I'm always on the phone. Like, I mean, that wasn't why I wasn't answering. I mean, I legit was on my other job. So what am I supposed to do about that, you know? But yeah, that was red flag number one. But let me tell you what led up to me being fired. So, first of all, I only got trained for one day. And I mean, one day, barely even that. It was really answering the phones. First of all, I don't know what I signed up for in that job that I thought made me capable of doing all of that. No, ma'am, I thought it was just answering phones. You know, I don't know what I expected, but that was not what I thought it was going to be. So first of all, like, I only worked there for like almost going on 3 months. So the first reason I knew I was sort of finna get fired was we had a talk, we had a conversation, like, I want to say like 2 months in. 2 months in, we had a conversation about my performance on the job. So, you know, those are never good, and it's 2 months in. So she asked me, you know, what was my purpose, and I'm like, baby, we not that cool to ask all that now. Don't ask me questions like that. I mean, I wasn't trying to be mean, but like, you really don't, like, you play this hide and cold game every day, but then you want me to open up and tell you what's my motivation of being here. And I said, you know, my motivation, you know, was getting up every morning. I mean, she was like, well, some people have kids, some people have, you know, this and that. And I'm like, baby, you want to get sentimental when you play a hot and cold game. That's not going to work. So, where is conversation going? So, she pretty much was telling me that she likes me as a person, but work-wise, it's hot or cold because I'm not reaching up to her expectations of what I'm supposed to do every day. Baby, I can't even lie to you. Like, you paying me $14 to run raggedy is crazy to me. And then to think, you know, that you want me to have this bubbly attitude every day when I have a hot and cold person like owner. How is that supposed to work in an environment where I sometimes don't feel welcomed? I didn't sometimes feel welcomed. So how was I supposed to have a bubbly personality, be myself, run raggedy every day for $14? I know air freshener for $14 an hour. Okay. So the second reason how I knew I was about to get fired was this was the last straw. I knew something was gonna terribly go wrong. So it was like a couple of weeks following that, and she went to another coworker Well, they're really like higher than me. But she went to her room and she started talking. But what she didn't understand was the walls were thin. Like we were so close, so of course we can hear people conversations. So, she was pretty much saying like, how stupid can she be? I just don't understand. Like I really just don't understand, like, how could she do this? And I was like, I don't understand, like, what's going on? And she was saying like she didn't know how I could be so stupid to put paperwork into someone's empty folder, like empty file. And they were looking for the file. And I was like, but why being so harsh and so negative? And I only was here for like 2 months. And then didn't come ask me. That was crazy about it. She didn't even ask me, did I do it? She just assumed that it was me because I handled files, paperwork. So yeah, and I'm hearing all of this. And so the other girl that clearly didn't like me and wanted me to get out of there as well, she came up to me and she asked me, she said, did I do this? And I was like, no, I didn't. I mean, I was wondering where this person's file has been this whole time, but I never even seen the file like as full. And then I thought to myself, why would I put it in something empty? Like, I don't know. I didn't understand the whole situation. I didn't understand why it was made out to be more than it was supposed to be. So boom, Dad got fired, right? So crazy enough, I was the day we had to talk in the conversation in her office or whatever about how she was telling me, she liked me as a person, but work wise, I pretty much sucked. So that was the day, like, I had cried to myself, but they thought that it was because she tore me a new one or whatever she was doing. But I truly understood in that moment I wasn't happy with the job that I had. So that's why I was really crying. And probably because I was PMSing, because no job gonna have me like that. That's nuts. So anyway, so I say that because the day that I got fired, it was the first time in a long time that I felt happy. So I put on a new outfit. I took a lot of pictures. I was so motivated. I said, you know what? Today is the day we're going to do X, Y, and Z. She'll have nothing to complain about. And even if I do mess up a little bit, I mean, I just started like almost 3 months ago. So, it shouldn't be that bad, that significant. Oh, boy, was I wrong. So I was over here doing me, trying to be motivated, trying to be the best that I can be, what she told me to be. So, girl, she didn't even fire me herself. But yeah, she had left for the day and she was like, see you. And I was like, oh, see you tomorrow. She knew she wasn't gonna see me tomorrow. Why'd she do that? So yeah. And it was crazy. So the other person that was there, she had gave me she told me to come here. And I had already gotten in trouble anyway, because I was so depressed at the job I started watching Bad Girls Club, but no comment to that. So I knew I was in trouble again, so I just said, I'm fired. So yeah, I asked her, I said, am I fired? And she said, yeah. And she handed me a letter. Now, I'm not going to be petty or whatever and reveal the letter. Like, that was long ago. But like I'm saying to people, like, please listen to the red signs. When a job actively does not like you, you gotta get out of there. Like it was crazy. Like, everybody else was rooting for me but the owner of the law firm, boo. Everybody was rooting for me, well, except for that one girl, but no, whatever. You always get one of those coworkers. I'll talk about one of them coworkers later. But yeah, you always have one of them coworkers, but when the owner not rooting for you and you're not happy, it's time to go because a job should not have you that stressed and depressed. Amen.